Welcome to another edition of Our City. I hope all of our residents enjoyed the Easter holiday and the fellowship with family, as well as the Passover dinner that occurred in many of our Jewish families' homes. And now that we move full into spring, a few things going around the city of Elizabeth this week. On Friday, April 10th at 10 o'clock in the morning, there will be an employee health fair located on the ground floor of City Hall, 50 Winfield Scott Plaza. This event will feature various types of health screenings, adult immunizations, stress management information, YMCA partnership program, and AARP information, and much more. So for more information, please call Andrea Toppings at 908-820-4050. And also that evening around 6 o'clock, there'll be a basketball game featuring members from the Office of Youth and elected officials. This also should be comical, by the way. Tip-off will be at 6 o'clock p.m., and it will be held at the Miller Evans Logan Center at 161-163 First Street. And no, I am not playing in that game. On Saturday, April 11th at 1 o'clock, I'll attend the Autism Awareness Walk. It will be located in Carteret Park, located at the intersection of Elmore Avenue and Vine Street. And later that afternoon at 3 o'clock, Missionaries on a Mission will have a fundraiser entitled Competition for Men That Cook. Another one that I'm not going to be very good at. Holy Tabernacle Church will be the host, 652 South Park Street. And on Sunday, April 12th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the Union County Historical Society will have their annual dinner. It will be located at the Garden Restaurant, located at 943 McGee Avenue in Union. If you're interested in hearing about the history of the City of Elizabeth or the County of Union, I urge you to attend on April 12th at 2 o'clock. Follow that evening at 2:30 p.m., I'll attend the Eagle Court of Honor. This event, I'll present a commendation to young Mr. Anthony Rios. This event will be held at St. Mary of the Assumption High School, located at 237 South Broad Street. So if you need more information concerning these events or any other events, please call our Public Information Office at 820-4124. Please stay with us. After these messages, I'll be back talking about We Are One New Jersey in Union County.
Offering everything you could want from college, including a life. Kean University.
We are back, and I'm pleased to be joined by Mr. William Reyes, the Deputy County Manager, also Miss Elizabeth Montez, the Executive Director of We Are One New Jersey in Union County, and Mr. Edward Correa, the Executive Director of Working Families United for New Jersey. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor.
So why don't we start with you, Ed? Tell us a little bit about yourself, because I know the other two, and they've been on the show before, so we'll start with you, Ed. Tell us a little about yourself, first of all.
Thank you, Mayor. I am the Executive Director for Working Families United for New Jersey, and I also serve as the statewide director for the We Are One New Jersey centers. And we are very happy to be now working in partnership with you and the County of Union to start the We Are One New Jersey in Union County, and it's going to be a great project. We're very, very happy.
So, Bill, you're the Deputy County Manager, formerly from Elizabeth, and how's it going for you over there?
Great. It's fantastic. We're doing a lot of great things.
I'm glad you have a great attitude about it.
Absolutely. Yeah, doing a lot of great things for our 21 municipalities.
So tell us about your role as a Deputy County Manager in helping get implemented We Are One New Jersey.
Great. What happened was the AFL-CIO, which is our partner in this program, reached out to Senator Lesniak last year. And we had a conversation with the AFL-CIO, with Senator Lesniak, and then Chairman Hudak, and talked about this great program. Ed Correa was also in the meeting. And we started to put the framework together. Towards the end of last year, it was ready to go. Chairman Jallo, the incoming Chairman Jallo, put it in one of his 2015 initiatives. And we started working on literally taking it from concept to reality. And fast forward a couple of months, we're ready to open.
Now, Elizabeth, you were also with us in the city of Elizabeth, but this project demanded your attention, and it's something you're been challenged by. So tell us, as the executive director, what the services and what this organization is going to provide.
Well, We Are One New Jersey have plenty of services for immigrant community. Especially, we offer citizen support and assistance for the citizenship application and the DACA applications. We also offer notary public services and translation for immigration paperwork. And we prepare people that needs to be interviewed at the moment they're going to go through their immigration process.
So Elizabeth, we had a bit of a kickoff in City Council chambers last week, or
Yeah.
10 days ago.
Yeah.
How did that go? I mean, the people that were in that room were people who are residents and they're going through the process, or people wanted to learn about the process, or both?
Both. Some of them were residents, some of them were already citizens, but because of the program needs support from the community as a volunteer, we promote these kind of information sessions in order to bring together everyone, because we want the whole community to be aware of the program.
So Bill, where are the offices located for this event?
So the offices are located in what used to be called the Retail Skills Center, which is now called the WIB Center, Workforce Innovation Business Center. And it is located on the Burlington Coat Factory side of the mall, near the main entrance. It is centrally located, obviously, with bus routes and through major transportations. And it's just, I remember also coming to your office and part of the process, making sure that you were, wanted to share this space, because obviously the space is for the City of Elizabeth. That's generally donated by the mall. And we thought it was a great place to put an office like this, centrally located, and adds a little bit more to it because of the job training portion that's there already.
That's what I want to talk about too, briefly. The Retail Skills Center started off as a place to train people who were going to work in the mall over 15 years ago. But the Retail Skills Center has grown not only to this topic, but tell us about some of the other support services that the County of Union has partnered with Union County College and the City of Elizabeth in making this functionable space.
Sure. I remember I was there when the Retail Skills Center opened, even before the mall opened, to start training individuals for the 5,000 jobs there. And as the people were trained and involved, and we brought in the hospitality area and training for the Retail Skills Center when the hotels started to come in. And once that happened, there was an outreach to companies to then get more training. So we're to the point where the county has invested dollars with Union County College and obviously the City of Elizabeth to expand its services, to not only include helping individuals train for jobs at the mall, but also life skills, soft skills. It's funny because after when the economy started improving, the jobs came back slowly, but they started to. And one of the biggest complaints we were getting from employers were that the soft skills were missing. So we've invested some money in soft skills. We've also invested money in English as a second language, in computer training. So the great thing about having the We Are One New Jersey office for Union County in the WIB Center is that when an individual comes in looking to become a citizen, after the initial intake, they're also going to be asked, what about your employment? Studies show that most documented individuals that have not become citizens yet are underemployed. So we want to take this on two different routes. One is to help them become citizens, but the other route, through the City of Elizabeth, the county, and Union County College, is to help them get better trained for employment opportunities.
Ed, We Are One New Jersey. Are there other offices around the state as the executive director of this statewide effort?
Yes, Mayor. We started this project from the Working Families United perspective last year. And by about April, we thought we needed to create centers at the hubs of the community, at the grassroots level, to be able to service people through the citizenship process more effectively and efficiently. And we started in Jersey City last year for the Hudson County, for the County of Hudson. We started in October last year. And now we're about to open our second one in the state here in the County of Union.
So how's the one going in Hudson County?
It's going really well. We've been well received by all the local mayors and the community organizations and all the local leaders. And it has created a name by itself now. It's an institution that everybody gravitates towards to right now.
Is there
for
an
these
executive
services.
director up there, Ed, similar to what
We
we're
do.
doing here in Union
We
County?
do,
Tell us
yeah.
about that process.
Every county has a basic staff of 3 people. It has an executive director, and we're very fortunate to have Elizabeth here in Union County. It has a center coordinator that pretty much keeps the appointment book and assists the executive director on the day-to-day operation of the office, including the appointments and doing the initial intake to find out if people are eligible to become U.S. citizens. And we have an outreach/trainer coordinator, who's the person who's on the street talking to local leaders, churches, faith-based, local businesses, and local elected officials to promote the program. And at the same time, this person who's the outreach coordinator also does the training of the citizenship interview classes.
So, Ed, since you've only started it in October, is there a way to measure success, or how are you going to hope to measure success in the longer term?
Well, certainly. There are several ways to measure success, and one of them is how many we target per year. Each county right now has a target of 300 applications per year. I'll tell you, Hudson County right now is at 200, and it's only 6 months. So we're going to exceed the expectations for the first year in Hudson County. I'll tell you an example here for Union County. Our classes, we started classes about a month ago. Each class of citizenship, Mondays or Saturday classes, they have an average of 25 people per class. The people here in Union County and the city of Elizabeth is very happy to have this service and being provided by this partnership of the city of Elizabeth, the county of Union, and the We Are One initiative.
And how is it funded, Ed, on a statewide basis? Are you funded by the state or by each individual county is the
Each
funding?
county is funding each center. So that's why it becomes a very close partnership between the We Are One New Jersey County Initiative, in this case Union County, and the County of Union.
We're going to take a break, run a few commercials, and come back more and talk about this exciting new opportunity for people in our city and our county.
Very good.
Please stay with us after these messages, back with more about We Are One New Jersey and the new Union County effort.
We're an American original, dependable, historic, nuanced, with all the comforts of home, even when you're just visiting. So we're celebrating for all that we've left untouched and all that we've changed. A place where the past meets the future. So consider this your invitation.
We've been celebrating here in Elizabeth for 350 years, and we're just getting started. Thank you, and welcome back to our city. We're talking about this new exciting effort between the County of Union and We Are One New Jersey, opening up a new office here at the Jersey Gardens Mall. And Elizabeth, Ed was talking before the break about the one in Hudson County and now the one in Union County. Can you talk to us about the eligibility requirements that actually qualify for you for these services?
There is no requirements to qualify for the services. As long as the person is a resident of Union County, they can access to our services and they're completely free. As I told you before, we assist them with their applications, with their classes, with their translations, with the notary publics. It is very important for people to know that we also assist them to see their eligibility to be waived from the immigration fees. If they qualify for that, the person has to be a low income or receive any kind of government assistance like welfare, SNAP, or Medicaid, and we also process their application.
So it's going to be a jack of all trades in some situations as well. If they have an issue, this center is going to try and help them figure out a solution to that issue as well.
Exactly.
And Bill, do you have, as a deputy county manager, do you have an idea of how many qualify for U.S. citizens? Is there a demographic or a number in Union County?
Yeah, we've identified through census and other forms that are about 54,000 individuals in Union County can qualify and can actually use this help.
It's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
Hope they all don't show up on the first day.
I think we can.
That would be great.
That'd be great, right?
I think we'd handle it. But it, and unfortunately, Mayor, many of them are not, don't get the right information, and they end up in an office somewhere that charges them an astronomical amount of money.
I'm glad you raised that. I mean, one of the complaints I get in my office a lot is I went to this lawyer and they charged me $2,000 and they said I would become a citizen, and they've been taken.
They have.
Yeah. So
And most likely that person wasn't even qualified to actually help them with their immigration papers. With us, Ed and Elizabeth both went through a process where they're both certified to be able to do the paperwork, and the center is going to be certified to be able to do that. And we do that obviously through the federal government. So this is a way that people can come in and feel safe that they're getting the right paperwork done for sometimes almost for free or low cost, and not have to worry about literally getting ripped off from somebody who's just saying that they can help out. I mean, we've had it. They came into the office when
Right.
we worked there, and we helped them as much as possible. But they disappear. But the great thing about us is that it's certified, and we're ready to go. So,
and I want to follow up on this point because many immigrants that I speak to, and I'm sure you've seen the same thing, they're distrustful of the government to begin with because they're obviously fleeing a government in many cases that either did them harm or they envisioned as being corrupt in some areas, whatever the area. That's a generic statement. So basically, if that's the thought process behind many of these folks who are trying to become citizens, how does this organization reassure people that this process is legitimate?
Certainly, we are, one of the two things that makes us very credible, one is that, as Bill just pointed out, we're here to help people. We're here to provide assistance at no cost, basically, or very low cost, and by very highly qualified people. And we have legal advisors behind us. We have immigration attorneys that they're a phone call or an email away whenever we find a situation and we don't have the answer.
And you're going to find them, right?
And we find them every day. So we email the attorneys or call the attorneys, and pretty much they're providing pro bono services to this organization and to this program. And we call them, and they are able to tell us it's a very good case or it's not a very good case, and it's an attorney follow-up. But what we do here, and it's critical, is that we're trying to fight a situation that's been going on for many years, that is public notary fraud. Many public notaries in our streets here, main streets in our towns, they practice immigration, and under immigration rules and regulations, and even under state law, that's forbidden. Because they can be public notaries, yes, they can translate a document, absolutely, but they cannot practice immigration, fill out paperwork, and charge a fee, and provide legal advice at the same time. That is a big no-no. And many people has fallen victims of these public notaries and immigration practitioners who are not attorneys, let me clarify that, and they get taken advantage of in many situations, get their money taken. Many of these people end up in deportation proceedings. I've seen cases here in Elizabeth that people has been pretty much put their lives and their family lives in jeopardy because of a public notary who doesn't know what he's doing. We're coming in, partnering with the county to say to the people, there's a service at no cost or low cost to help you with highly qualified people that has legal, legal advice behind it.
So it's also going to be a media and an education campaign to get
Yes.
it out to folks, whether be through Spanish language newspapers or television.
Yes.
Is Channel 41 and 47, are they receptive to this effort?
They're very receptive. They always cover all our events, our informational sessions, our clinics. And as I said, based on the experience with our Hudson County Center and now our experience with Union County, the people are very, very happy we're on the ground and services them and advising them and educating them on what's going on.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's on a different level too, because we understand, like you said, a lot of the people don't trust the government, but they'll trust their churches and their organizations. So Elizabeth and others in the office are tasked to literally go out on the streets and knock on doors and sit down with pastors and reverends and priests and literally go about and telling
That's
them
a
about the
good point.
program.
Yeah.
It is, because at the end of the day, you know, like you said, if they see it on Channel 41 or 47, they may call. But if they hear about it from at their church or their place of worship, they'll most likely call and come and find out more about it. So that's a big effort for us, and it's something that and just also because you see 3 Hispanics sitting here, but this effort is
Oh, I
not
didn't know
just
that.
you know, not just for 3 Colombians, but
yeah.
you know, Colombian. But this effort is obviously going out into the Haitian community, Portuguese community, and to other communities in Elizabeth and in the county, because obviously immigration is not just a Hispanic issue; it's a worldwide issue.
So it's an issue even for Europeans or Russians or China or
Absolutely.
Asians.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
It
Doesn't matter.
And we'll figure out a way to bridge the language
Absolutely.
issues if they're.
We have employees that speak different languages. There's services that we can use to also help us with translation. So that's not an obstacle for us.
So Elizabeth, this may be a softball question, but what are the qualifications for citizenship? I don't think a lot of people know that. Even the people trying to become one, probably.
Right. Well, first of all, the person has to be at least 18 years of age before filing the application. They need to be a resident of the United States for a certain period of time. They need to be a resident of the state and the USCIS district for at least 3 months before they file the application. They need to show a good moral character. They need to...
Who judges that?
The immigration officer.
officer.
The
Immigration officer does it?
officer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. They need to have a basic knowledge of the civics and the historic and the government of the United States, and needs to have a good and basic understanding, speaking and writing of the English language.
So when's your first clinic? When do you?
Our first clinic is going to be on April the 25th from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and it's going to be held in our location at the Workforce Innovation Center, which Bill said before that is located within the entrance number 9 of the Jersey Gardens Mall. And this is the best way we can help people. And the clinic, it's a very true community event where all the volunteers get together and they donate their time and their experience to help their neighborhoods to become a U.S. citizen. And that's the best way we can help too many people in just one day.
So Ed, Bill talked about churches and pastors, and Elizabeth just talked about getting people involved. How did you do it in Hudson County, and how do you get the community involved in an initiative like this?
We work closely with local elected officials. We work very closely with faith-based leaders and immigrant rights, immigrant-based nonprofits, local business, local chambers of commerce to disseminate the information, but also in the process to get people engaged, because the center is not just a center we provide service. The center is a community center where a lot of people can contribute their time and knowledge as volunteers for the clinics. The clinics, we're planning clinics in Union County every other month, basically, 5 clinics this year.
Are you looking at other counties after this, by the way?
We are right now in talks with other counties in New Jersey to open up. But the clinics, going back to the clinics effort, is a day, one day from 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 p.m. in the afternoon, where all the community comes together, community volunteers, local elected officials, local businesses donate food, and applicants come together. And we service an average of 70 to 100 people in a clinic with about 40 to 50 volunteers. So it's a true community effort when we put a clinic together. And that's what We Are One New Jersey is bringing the community together, bring government together, and work closely with all the community to help people become U.S. citizens and achieve the American dream.
So Ed, Elizabeth described the qualifications to become a citizen. In your experience and your knowledge, from the time that person walks in the door, if they meet the qualifications Elizabeth described, how long before they become a U.S. citizen?
When they come to the office, the new citizenship application that came out in May 2014 went from 10 pages to 21 pages. So the new application at the office takes about 2 hours to fill out.
Wow.
From the moment the person walks to the door to the moment the person goes out the door with a finished packet and a finished application. By the time they get called by immigration to do an interview at the Newark office, at the Newark USCIS district office, it's taken about 4 months to 5 months. That's the turnaround time for the district office here in the Northeast.
That's interesting. We got a couple of questions left. We talked about little or no fees. Are there immigration fees involved?
The immigration fees that are involved are just the immigration fees that the immigration center charge.
Right.
Yeah. Which is $680.
$680?
$680 is the cost for a person to apply for citizenship. But as Elizabeth pointed out before, if a person is a low-income person, right now the household income of one person, about $17,500 per year, he or she might qualify to get the $680 dollar fee waived.
Oh.
Or if the person is receiving medical or state means-tested government benefits such as SNAP, TIF, supplemental assistance, cash, housing, or Medicaid, which is in New Jersey, is called New Jersey Family Care, and they can prove from a letter from the state that they're receiving this benefit and they're currently enrolled in that benefit, they can get that $680 waive. So they might
But that's a legitimate fee for a person who's making money is $680.
Right.
Yes, $680, that's correct.
Okay.
Including the biometrics taken.
Right. But the other services are free.
Our
Absolutely.
services are at no cost to the community.
And the job training is also free.
And job training. I want to thank the three of you for joining us on the show, and I really look forward to this effort, and I hope it takes off, and I plan to be there on the kickoff, and thank you once again. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Mayor,
Thank
for the
you, Mayor.
invitation.
For Ed Correa, Elizabeth Montez, and William Reyes, I'm Chris Bolwage, and we'll see you next week on another edition of Our City.
Sometimes you learn by helping others learn. Kane University.